here, the Frugal Crafter. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really fun word search birthday card. It's so hard to think of fun birthday cards to make for kids sometimes, and this one is a lot of fun and it's actually quick and easy. So what I did was I made a word search using a free online word search generator, and I will link it down below. It was on the Discovery website, and I used peg stamps from our sponsor Rubber Stamp Tapestry. Now here's the key. When you're doing a fast card, you want to choose stamps that are shadow stamps, meaning they have a lot more solid rubber, because then you won't have to color and you'll get a very full design very quickly. So what I did was I gathered all my birthday stamps from Rubber Stamp Tapestry, and then I ended up picking up the solid ones because it just worked better with the time frame that I had to make these cards. So when you're making one of these word search cards, you basically type in a bunch of words that are, like teachers use them to make like a geography word search or whatever, but I just did characteristics of my daughters. And so this one is one from my daughter Maisie, and then the little key is inside so she can go and find all of these words on the front of the card. I think this is just such a fun idea for a kid's card, and it's so quick and easy. So I'm going to show you how I did it. First thing I did was I made an envelope for each of the cards out of pattern paper, and that way I can save the pattern paper and use it to decorate the inside of the cards. These are from crepe paper, but you can use whatever paper you like. Just make your envelopes first and then decorate with the scraps. That is my time-saving tip du jour, or du week, or du month. I've been mentioning that all the time because I love that, that idea. So the first thing we're going to do is put a banner across the top. Here are the pieces I printed out for my word search, and what I actually did was I just took a screenshot of the screen after I made the word search, because you can print it out big, or you can take a screenshot and resize it the way you want in your photo program. That's what I did. You can also save it as a text file and print it out that way. A lot of options, but that's just what I did. I'm probably not as, got as many skills as others do with word processing, but the first thing that I'm going to do is stamp a banner. So I'm going to start off with yellow, and I'm just going to try to keep it lined up. And actually, I think it's going to be a little easier if I turn my paper upside down, because then I can see the registration mark, and that's the top. Actually, that's the corner of the banner. So I want to put that right there. That's pretty easy. And then I think I'll go to, I'm just going to tap it off there on my paper. In this case, I kind of want them going as much in the same direction as I can. If I do get a little that are off, I'm not going to worry about it. I haven't trimmed these yet, so I may have a little rubber on the edge that I have to be careful about. And I think that with a banner, it's okay if it's a little crooked, because it looks like it's kind of blowing in the breeze a little bit. And I just pulled out a bunch of inks that I thought matched the pattern paper that I was using pretty well. That's why I'm not doing like super brights. I'm doing colors that I think go really well with my pattern paper. And that's the other bonus about like making your envelope first, is then you've got a color scheme to go by, and you don't have to, you don't have to think too hard about what you're going to do for colors. And I can fit one more on there, and I like red, so I think I'm going to go back in with that nice bright red. There we go. And you could draw a little line if you wanted to there. And now I want to do some balloons, and I think I'll start with a yellow one, because when I'm doing like this and I'm working quickly, I try to go light to dark. You got to keep them kind of to the edge, because this word search is going to take up a lot of space in the middle. I really like this teal color, and these are colors I generally wouldn't pick for a kid's card, but I think they look really nice. I'm going to switch to the smaller balloon now, and I think I'll do some green. And you can overlap them, because balloons are kind of translucent, so it's totally fine to see the colors from one to the other. And maybe I'll do some smaller red ones. I think that'll be kind of pretty. Okay, so now I want a row of presents on the bottom. See what I mean about the solid stamps? They're like so quick and easy. I'm going to start off with, of course, my lightest color. And I'm going to do the biggest presents. I'm going to do a few of these. And if you had a wet rag, you could wash your stamps off in between. I don't want to do another blue one. I'll do a different color. I would just, just be careful not to contaminate your ink pads. That's why I'm tapping them off. And using your lighter colors is also a good idea, like right off the bat, because when we stamp our bows on top, we can do our bows in the darker color. Okay, and then I've got a bow here. I think I'll start off, see what ones I can do in that. I've got a bright red and a dark red. Gotta look for my registration mark. There we go. do a nice dark blue. This navy's pretty. Not going for perfection. We'll do some green. All right, now for a little filler, I like this image. This is actually not from her birthday set. This is from Dragonfly Dancing, but I love the, it's just got such a really open, airy, pretty star pattern to it. So I just want to kind of just fill in some of the negative places because we're just using white cardstock. So basically I'm just trying to make like a little bit of a border. So it's kind of like making a wreath, except you're dealing with 1, 2, 3 distinct different motifs. But I like that sparkle. I think that's really kind of a fun technique. And who says you can't make a beautiful card in no time? So now I'm going to take my color blender here, my blending brush, which Rubber Stamp Tapestry has, which is nice because they've been really hard to find lately. And I was so glad they stock them. Kind of like a shaving brush, but I don't see shaving brushes for sale unless they're like really expensive. The one my husband has was expensive, so it's like I don't know where people are getting them. Okay, and then for the main panel, the main word search, I'm actually going to take the red ink pad, and I'm just going to ink the edges very gently because I don't want to cover up any of the letters because it's kind of a skinny font, and I'm going to adhere that down. I love that there's like no way to mess this up. There really is not. I'm going to put that down there. I'm going to put some washi tape across. I have this happy birthday washi tape, which I think is pretty, so I'm just going to put that right along the bottom. So pretty. So subtle too, actually. And then what I like to do is trim out the name, so that way I give the right, because I have twins, that way I'll give the right card to the right girl. I don't want to mess that up. But I want to color it because I don't just want white cardstock. So I'm taking my little sponge dauber here and a little yellow ink, and I'm just going to pounce on top of it. That's pretty easy. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue. I think I'll put this right, well, we'll put it under there so it's like says Happy Birthday Lila. Okay, so I found that with this like translucent washi tape, I can, if I have a little edge like that, I can tear it across the edge really well, and then I don't have to fold it over, but you can totally fold it over. It doesn't really matter. So there's the front of our card. And then on the inside, I'm going to grab some of the pattern paper that we use for the envelope, because remember, we have a couple scraps, and I'm going to adhere it right along the inside edge, just like that. Just want to make sure it's going to close well, so what I like to do is just kind of close it to make sure I didn't like add a lump to the score. And I'm just going to trim off the excess there. But this is going to be fun because then they'll have a word search all about them, and they can find the words that I think describes them. I think it's going to be so much fun. It'll be fun for teachers to do too, or to do for your grandkids. So many options there. It's just fun. So, you know, just use words that describe them, like funny, strong, musical, artistic, crafty, you know, whatever. All right, we're gonna, whoops, there we go. And another quick tip for making cards really quickly would be using your washi tape. I mean, we all have it. We've all hoarded it. It is such a quick way to add a fun decoration to any card. So give it a try. Implore it. Look at that. It looks like donut sprinkles. How could you not love that? There we go. And so I'm going to show you these cards together. Oh, I did put a little washi tape on the front of that one. I like that too around the word search. I think I'll do a couple little bits of that. And keep it simple, keep it fun. So you can draw little stems from the balloons if you want to. And, you know, add what you want, add whatever you think else would make it special. I think it's just a really fun idea, and I hope you give it a try. That's pretty much it for today. If you want to find the stamps that I use, check out pegstamps.com. That's the home of Rubber Stamp Tapestry. You'll find all of these stamps, and you can save 10% off if you use the coupon code in the video description on all your stuff. Your ink pads, your peg stamps, your glues, your other goodies, you know? Make a time of it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.